in Chicago are a really big deal, but this crowd isn't cheering a local team. Every 4 years, 3.5 billion people from around the world tune in to watch the biggest sporting event, the FIFA World Cup. And this is the biggest match yet. This year, 32 countries are going head-to-head in the World Cup. The tournament puts Chicago on display for what it is, a melting pot where fans from around the world come out to show their colors. This game is between Germany and Mexico.
I love the atmosphere when you have fans from both teams come together. And what you just saw here with the group photo, to me, that's the World Cup right there. You're cheering your team, but you can still get together, talk about the game, and I just love that you have fans from both teams.
Here in the U.S., the popularity of soccer just keeps growing. We're at Cleo's. There's a soccer manager. That's how popular soccer is getting here in the U.S. We pulled up about an hour before the game even started, and there was a line out the door.
Well, we expected that, being Germany versus Mexico in the World Cup.
Germans and Mexicans.
Those are our German fans back there. Every year, we've been a soccer bar, I think about 7 years, and every year it gets bigger and bigger.
This time, the reigning champs fell to Mexico 1-0.
Estás llorando, dime lo que sientes.
No, una pasión que hemos tenido desde siempre y hoy aprovechamos de todas las oportunidades, de todo lo que hemos sufrido, de todo lo que hemos fallado y hoy se enseñó tanto cómo queremos esto.
¿Hasta dónde piensas que vamos a llegar? ¿Hasta el final?
Podemos ganar a cualquiera que se ponga enfrente de nosotros y deberíamos de ganar porque somos buenos, tenemos las agallas para echar a todos. Es un día muy lindo.
Felicidades.
But the Germans, they were pretty good sports. How do you feel about this loss?
I mean, it's kind of tough. The world champions just went down to a, I guess, hungrier Mexican team, so they wanted it more and they got it.
So let's say hypothetically Germany doesn't make it. Who's your bandwagon team? Because Team USA isn't there, so who would you cheer for?
That's a really tough question.
Mexico.
I say your friend says Mexico. I think that's a great suggestion.
So we can go with Mexico then. So congratulations to the Mexican team.
It doesn't matter who you're cheering for. Soccer brings everyone together, and in a city like Chicago, which is a melting pot, you have plenty of time to come out, enjoy a game, and see what Chicago's really all about.
Sí se puede.
Yeah, Jen Cotto, great work. I like to call her the real. We have the same initials. She's the real JC, and that was real good work right there. So here it is. Obviously, I'm a big sports guy, right? The World Cup is a deviation from a lot of my sports interests because I'm used to covering baseball, basketball, football, the I guess mainstream sports here in the States. With soccer, it's really cool for Americans who really aren't ingrained in it like every week. We're not checking soccer scores here in the States. But what is different about it is there's fandom. You're a White Sox fan, right? You go to the north side, there's a lot of Cubs fans. With soccer, it is the religion for these sports fans.
I played soccer for 13 years.
Mexicans, Italians, yeah, you know. So all across the country, these people get to root for their countries. And you see the emotion with the young Mexican man who hugged Jen, who was celebrating because it's bigger than just, I like the Cubs, I like the White Sox. This is in their DNA.
He said, really no one can stand in our way. Together, no one can stand in our way.
And it's probably really difficult for
He was seriously emotional.
Yeah, and it's probably really difficult for the U.S. to watch because the U.S. did not make it. They were not good enough. And their biggest rival is Mexico. And to watch Mexico get this type of win, which is so huge because they're forever the underdog in the World Cup. Mexico just can't get over that hump. To get a win over the reigning World Cup champions in Germany, this is huge, and it's just kickstarting this whole tournament, which is so much fun.
Yeah, well, they're playing South Korea next. They're playing South Korea
Saturday.
Next, so we'll have to be tuned in to see what's going to happen.
Are you going to watch?
Clearly, there's a bandwagon that we need to jump on.
Hey, that's right. She identified a bandwagon. We're jumping on it. We also want to give a shout-out to Cleo's in Chicago. It's a place to be for all things soccer in the Windy City. The World Cup, it's just getting started, everybody.